I made over $1 million with my AI lead gen agency by only selling to one type of business, local businesses. And the only reason I was able to do this is because 5 years ago, I was one of those local businesses. I had a landscaping company, to be more specific. So I was the guy waking up at 6 a.m., covered in dirt, working 80 hours a week, wondering how I was going to get out. So I already knew every problem that these owners had because I lived them. And in this video, I'm gonna show you the exact model that got me to over $100,000 a month, so you can copy it and start landing paying clients without wasting years trying to figure out which steps to take and in what order. See, before the agency, I spent years doing physical labor, partying, making every wrong decision you could possibly even think of, and I even went to jail for it. But throughout all of that, I was always investing every single dollar that I had into things like drop shipping, Facebook ads, funnels, and offers to learn how the internet works. I scaled a store to over $10,000 a month before I was 20 years old. And even though that fell apart, the skills I picked up during that time are the same skills that print money for me right now. I eventually sold my landscaping company, even though everyone told me to not. I invested $7,500 into a sales course and started a marketing agency for landscaping businesses because I already knew the industry. I knew the pain points and I knew the advertising inside and out. That agency got to 10K a month extremely quickly, which increased my confidence in the short term. But I was stuck there for a while, and what kept me stuck is the same thing that I see most people get stuck in this space right now. I was doing everything manually, custom campaigns for every single client, handling outreach myself, running fulfillment, and managing the entire operation alone. Revenue kept going up, but my time disappeared. I was building myself a really well-paid job I could not escape, and I didn't even see it until I already burnt out. But the moment when I brought a partner inside the business, things started to shift slowly. That guy was Frankie, and while I rebuilt the entire back end, he handled the sales department. So we locked in together every single day, and once the system was dialed, the numbers started moving fast. Month 1, we did 12K. Month 2, 40K. By month 3, we were already at $70,000 per month, and this is where we stagnated sometime. But in month 5, we were looking at 85K. By month 6, we hit $120,000. So we were closing 5+ deals a week, and we even closed 31 deals in a single month, which allowed us to hit $17,000 in sales in one day. Now, the revenue talk is cool, but what I actually believe matters more is why this worked out when everything didn't before. And the answer is that every landscaping company I talk to has the same exact problem. All of their leads come from Google. And on Google, they are sitting right next to 3 or 4 other companies offering the same service at the same price. So now they're competing on price, which kills their margin, limits what they can spend on advertising, and keeps them stuck at the same level year after year. They are never the first call, and they are never the first quote. So our AI meta strategy completely flips this around, and we use buyer signals to get their ad in front of the prospect before they even go to Google and type in landscaper near me. That means the landscaper becomes the first quote instead of the fourth. They charge prices higher because there's nobody to compare against. They can reinvest more into ads because their margins are healthy, and over time they can hire better quality employees and actually step back from the daily grind of running the business. But what really separates this from just running Facebook ads for somebody is that we do not send every single lead back to Meta. We only send back the qualified ones. The people who confirm that they have the budget for landscaping and actually want the work done within a couple of weeks, those are who we send back. So that feedback loop trains the algorithm to go find more people exactly like them, which means the more money they spend on ads, the better the lead gets over time. That is the opposite of what most agencies actually deliver. And on top of that, we built AI voice bots that call their leads within minutes and do live transfers directly to the business owner. So the prospect fills out a form, gets qualified, and immediately it's live transferred. By the time a competitor even sees the lead, our client has already had them on the phone, done an estimate, and there's no way that they can actually compete. That is not a service they can shop around and replace. That is the system their business actually runs on. And by the way, if you want to learn more about how this system works and how you can build your own version of it, I will leave a link in the description where you can book a call and see if there are spots open this month. Now, the thing that made this scalable is something most agency owners never figure out, and it's the reason most of them stay stuck doing custom work forever. AI lead generation for local businesses follows the same framework every single time. So it all circles around the same onboarding, the same ad setup, the same voice bot configuration, and the same qualified lead feedback loop. There's nothing custom about it, which means I can bring someone in, train them on the system, and in a few weeks, they deliver the exact same results that I was delivering myself when I was running the campaigns. That is what took me from $10K a month grinding inside the business to over $100,000 a month with the business running whether I'm there or I'm not. And the niche itself makes the whole thing even easier than people expect. Landscaping companies charge anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000 per job. So if I help them land even one extra job a month, they're making multiples of what they actually paid me. So the sales practically close itself. The sales process is very easy. And when you call a landscaping company and the owner picks up the phone, you are talking directly to the decision maker who can say yes and hand you their credit card information on the spot. We even went to an in-person expo for the landscaping industry and closed 6 deals at one event just by showing people how the system works. This is how real demand is built, because these owners already know they are leaving money on the table. They just need someone to show them how to fix it. And I did not just keep this to my own agency, but I also scaled my brother's garbage bin cleaning company to over $100,000 a month solely from Meta Ads. We have spent over $150,000 on advertising for his company alone, and he is very well known in our area now because of the volume of customers those ads bring in every single month. And he didn't start with some kind of edge either. He had the right system and followed it without making his own detours. And that's really the thing I want you to take away from this video. Most programs in this space give you too many paths to choose from and too many decisions to make on your own. So you end up spending months just trying to figure out which direction to go in while the window closes in front of your face. But what I built removes all of that. It is a step-by-step, decision by decision, essentially copying my agency model into whatever niche you choose. The decisions are already made. You just follow the process and execute. And that is the part that most people do not believe until they actually see it working. But once the system is running, you realize your business does not need you sitting in the front of a screen 12 hours a day to keep it growing. During this entire run, I was traveling to Colombia, Armenia, Mexico, Arizona, all while running this business from my laptop, which is something I never thought was possible back when I was doing landscaping 80 hours a week in Michigan. And besides that, I also gave everything to God. During this time, I went to church every Sunday. I did a 10-day fast and consistent prayer. I stopped trying to control every outcome, and life started moving in ways that I never could have planned. And a big part of that was realizing I needed to take everything I learned and actually help others do the same thing. That is why I built the Start, Scale, Automate Inner Circle. I remember exactly what it felt like to be capable of more, but having nobody showing me the actual steps in the right order, and I do not want that for you. So now we help people build their own AI lead gen agency from the ground up, land their first clients, and scale to consistent 10K months using the exact same system I just walked you through. This is the same system that took Aaron from selling golf carts at a dealership to running an agency with 20 plus clients, and the same one that Alexis used to drop out of college and move to Bali running his agency from his laptop. So if you want us to map out exactly how this would work for you, for your niche and your situation, I'll leave a link in the description to book a call with my team. We will look where you're at right now, figure out which part of the system to plug you into first, and then give you a clear path to your first or next high ticket client. So go down below, book your call, and I'll see you there.